Welcome to Inexpensive Arms. My name's Steve. More pew, less money, no fluff. Today we're taking a look at the Bear Creek Arsenal 16-inch nitride treated M4 profile carbine length gas barrel chambered in 223 Wylde with a 1-in-9 twist. For all you newbies out there, 223 Wylde will safely shoot both 5.56 NATO and 223 Remington. I wound up paying $28 shipped for this barrel after a Veterans Day sale. It's installed in a brand new AR-15 upper from Combat Armory, which I also paid $28 shipped for. My total cost for this complete upper receiver, which includes everything, charging handle, bolt carrier group, and the complete upper assembly, is $167. So we've already got half of the Inexpensive Arms formula right here. The question is, will our inexpensive barrel inside the inexpensive upper shoot well? Let's find out together, shall we?
Alrighty, so here we are at the range, about to fire some test shots. My plan right now is I've got about 90 rounds of toolless steel ammo that I'm going to blast through for function check. Going to check reliability. I may or may not end up using this lower. I've got another one with a lighter buffer spring I might have to switch to. This buffer spring is a little bit heavier. But we'll see how it runs, and after I'm done with that, I'm going to sight in with ZQI ammo. I'll clean it, sight in with some ZQI ammo, run some fouling shots through it during that process, and then we'll shoot for groups. Alright, first shots. Perfect. Bolt lock back on an empty magazine. That was 30 rounds. Perfect. Perfect ejection. Ejecting right at 330. 3 to 330. Now, of course, that means we're probably slightly overgassed with full power 5.56 since Tula is notoriously a little bit weaker, but it functions Tula just fine. Works great. All right, I think I've got about 10 rounds left in this magazine. We'll give it a shot. Perfect. Lock back and on empty magazine. All right, we're off to a good start.
After that function check, I sighted in the scope and proceeded to shoot for groups at 100 yards. Alrighty, let's take a look at the ammo that was tested with this build. From left to right, we have IMI 77 grain Razor Core, IMI 69 grain Razor Core, Federal 64 grain Soft Point, PMC X-Tac 62 grain light armor penetrating, ZQI 62 grain light armor penetrating, Independence 62 grain light armor penetrating, Australian Outback 55 grain Blitz Kings, Independence 55 grain full metal jacket, American Eagle 55 grain full metal jacket, Hornady 55 grain full metal jacket, and lastly Wolf 55 grain full metal jacket and Tula steel cased 55 grain full metal jacket. Alrighty, as with all Inexpensive Arms tests, all ammo was fired at a distance of 100 yards from a concrete bench with a sandbag rest. I only shot one 5-round group per type of ammunition. I realized that this is not enough to get a full picture of what a barrel will do with a particular type of ammo, but spread across 12 different types of ammo, it will give you a broad idea of what a barrel is capable of overall. And with all that being said, let's take a look at the results. First up, IMI 77 grain Razor Core, 4.6 inches. This did not shoot that well, but that's not that surprising given that 77 grain rounds are a little bit on the heavy side to be stabilizing out of a 1-in-9 twist barrel. Next up, IMI 69 grain, 3.9 inches, slightly better. I did have one flyer near the top that opened up the group from 2.5 inches. That was not me, but it's a sign that possibly the barrel's still breaking in a little bit. Next was Federal Soft Point 64 grain. Again, this is a varmint load, 4.1 inches. Next, we hit some 62 grain loads, which are all the green tip light armor penetrating type ammo. First up was PMC 62 grain, 6.2 inches. ZQI 62 grain light armor penetrating, 4.9 inches. And lastly, rounding out the light armor penetrating ammo was Independence 62 grain, and that shot a 3.8 inch group. Next was Australian Outback 55 grain Blitz Kings. I managed a 2.2 inch group, and it would have been a lot closer to about a little over an inch if I hadn't had one small flyer. So it is shooting a little bit better now with that type of ammo. Independence 55 grain full metal jacket, 6.8 inches. American Eagle 55 grain, 4.3 inches. Frontier 55 grain, did not like that load at all, 7.8 inches. Next was Wolf Gold 55 grain full metal jacket, 3.4 inches. And lastly, rounding it out with the widest, biggest group of the day, Tula 55 grain steel cased ammo, 8.9 inches. All right, so just as good? No. I would skip this barrel personally, guys. I only paid $28, so I'm taking that into account. But as you can see here, I got an average across 12 types of ammo of 5 MOA. That's just outside the accuracy window that I'm looking for. It functioned absolutely perfectly. It's got a lot of things going for it, like the 223 Wylde chamber. It's nitride treated. But on the downside, it's got a carbine gas system, and it's a 1 in 9 twist, so it just won't stabilize some of those heavier projectiles quite as well. There's better barrels out there in the $60 to $70 range, and Bear Creek Arsenal makes some of those. This barrel, personally, guys, I would skip. Hope this helps you guys out. As always, like, share, subscribe. And if for some reason my channel suddenly goes missing, I do mirror everything on BitChute. Thanks, guys, and keep your dick in a vise.